What's up, everyone? We are live here for the captain's meeting for the event number 4, Lake Okeechobee, the FKBT Florida Kayak Bass Trail event this coming Saturday. We got Sean P. Diddy on the live with us here.
Hey, don't put me in the same category as that. How you guys doing?
Doing good. Did you have a safe trip down?
Yeah. I'm actually over at Mitchell's house, like I was telling you before we hopped on here. Mitchell's saving the day and giving me a 36-volt battery because mine kind of tanked today, so we'll see if I can get that fixed, but it's all good. We're good to go for the tournament.
Hey, you might have to stay at Mitchell's every time because he's already on the live. This is the first time he jumped on early. We've already got a few on here. Man, weather looking good. Yeah, we've got a pretty good little crowd on here already starting to talk things up. So we got Harrelson, we've got Gibbons, we've got Justin, Thomas Anthony, Woodring, Mitchell, Picasso. We even got Bailey on here, but he don't have good service, so he'll be chiming in from the chat bar tonight. So, Robert Whitaker, what's up? Good to see you, man. So let's just kind of make this quick, down and dirty tonight for our captain's meeting, and let's go over it real quick, and that way everybody can kind of get to bed, get a little good night's rest, and get ready for this weekend to catch some big old hogs. Let's see the registration for this event. If you haven't registered yet, let's just go ahead and throw that out there. Go ahead and get signed up if you can. I think we have 22, 23, something like that already signed up. So if you would, just go ahead and get signed up for us now. The cutoff for the registration will be at 11:59 tomorrow night. That is 1/9/26. This will be a 5-fish limit event, the 12-inch minimum. Measuring boards that are allowed for this tournament are your catch boards, your yak attack board, and the new Bubba boards. So there will be a 360 light required with the flag on your kayak before sunup or in low light conditions. Be sure that your flag is flying and flying above your head because there are some airboats and stuff that runs out there. So we want to make sure you're seen so you don't get run over out there on the water. If you're running motors, make sure that you have your navigation lights on, whether it's before daylight or in low light conditions so other boats can see you there and that you are Coast Guard approved there. We do allow 2 motors in our events. With those, we can only run 1 motor at a time. You can either run the front or the back, but you cannot run both of them at the same time. Your PFDs must be worn at all times in the event. And the only time that you can take your PFD off is if you are, taking off a jacket or putting a jacket on or changing some kind of article of clothing. But then be sure you put it right back on. Okay. The ID for the event will be released tomorrow night at 7 p.m. So be looking for that. And on 30X during the event, we do require that we use check-in and check-out. So whenever you get on the water, which launch time will be 6:30, be sure to go ahead and do your check-in on Turning X. And then whenever we get off the water, which is at 3:30, whenever you get off the water, be sure to check off. Okay. Lines in for the event is at 7 a.m. Lines out is at 3 p.m. Again, the launch time is 6:30, but you can go ahead and put your kayak in the water. You just got to be right around the ramp right there. You cannot take off into the water um, away from the boat ramp before 6:30. The awards will be at 4:30 sharp, and that's at the 10430 State Road 78 in Okeechobee, Florida. So if you go on your registration event on Attorney X, Bailey has a link there to the check-in area. So you click that and go straight to your maps on your phone and be able to find the directions there if you need to. Our judge for the event will be Daniel Morris. So if you get a text or a call from a 816 area code, that will be Daniel. So he's probably got some kind of info about whatever fish you submitted. So you might want to take that or call him back and find out. What else do we have for safety stuff? Again, your PFD, make sure you have a whistle or audible advice device. Make sure your boat's registered. Make sure your navigation lights, your 360 lights work, your flag works.
60 lights work. Your
Have
flag
a
works.
modes of.
Have a modes of.
Oh, we got a little feedback there.
A little feedback there.
Make sure that if you're running a motor, make sure you also have a paddle. If you have pedals, also make sure you have a paddle. Just make sure you keep a paddle on board so that if something happens with your battery, Sean, that you're able to get back to the boat ramp. Okay. That pretty much goes over most of the stuff on the event there. Anything that I left out pertaining to the event itself, except for the boundaries?
No, you pretty much hit everything, Todd. Just highlighting the boundaries. If most of you guys have reached out with your questions to myself, if you haven't looked at that map, take a good look at it. Make sure you're fishing in eligible water. You can launch.
I'm gonna pull it
out. Go ahead.
I'm gonna pull it up here, Sean, real quick, so that everybody can see it. Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, if you take a look at this is all those dots are boundaries. Some of the boat ramps got marked, but you'll see the boundaries placed on the outside perimeter. You can launch outside the boundaries, but you must either travel by means of canal, creek, stream, whatever it is, or lock through to be inside eligible water. So make sure you take a look at that. Like I said, all public ramps or private businesses that provide launching with a fee are eligible launches. Just if they're outside the boundaries, just make sure you move inside the boundaries before you begin fishing. Really, if you have any questions, by all means, reach out to me. I'm already down here in Florida, so you can either text me or shoot me a text in Messenger. Most of you guys have already asked me the questions, but always available. So by all means, reach out. Other than that, I think everything's covered. Good luck. I mean, the weather looks great, so I'm looking forward to it. It seems like every time we go to Okeechobee, it's always cold.
Oh yeah.
But it's looking great this weekend. I'm kind of miserable right now. Coming down today, it's like 77 and muggy. It's definitely not North Carolina weather, and I was kind of hurting today.
Oh
but, yeah, excited about it. Like I said, if you have any questions, by all means, reach out to any one of us, Todd, Chris, myself, Jeff, Dave. Just by all means, reach out, ask the questions if you're unclear about anything, and we'll be there to answer them.
Yep. And Bailey also put on there all of the FWC public boat ramp finder website link in Attorney X. So you can go on there and click that, and you'll be able to find all the eligible boat ramps. So any public boat launch is allowed. So you can just check the FWC website and be able to find them. You just have to be sure that you are inside the boundaries when you start fishing.
Yeah, and the caveat on Bailey's comment, like FWC boat ramp finder, and for those locks, it's South Florida Water Management. If you go to their website for the lock hours, I think I checked some of them. They range anywhere from 5:30 to like 6:30. Those ones that are closed, they start operating. The hours vary. So if you're planning on locking through, make sure you check those hours on South Florida Water. SFWMD, I believe, is the exact acronym for their website, and it'll give you all the lock hours when they start becoming operational.
All right, cool. Hey, Sean, you'll probably be able to answer this question better than I can. It looks like, let's see, Justin Spieth asked a question. He said, how bad are the boats through the boat channels? He's seen some videos where people are hauling butt through them. How bad is it?
I'm sure some people are going to make comments in here. I know there's been quite a few anglers out there pre-fishing. Not a derogatory term, but the snowbirds are down, and Okeechobee's usually pretty busy in December. I used to live down in Miami, so Okeechobee's pretty busy in the winter. I've never really had major issues with boats being an issue running too fast through lanes. Normally they're pretty generous and give you standoff. The only issues I normally run into is boats will pull up in front of you a couple 300-400 yards, and they'll sit right down on your line and start chucking shiners. That's my only gripe about Okeechobee in the wintertime. But there's going to be traffic out there. There's a lot of pre-fishing for tournaments going on down there right now, so the traffic's out there. Just keep your head on a swivel.
Absolutely.
And, like Todd said, have your flag and your lights on. But shouldn't run it. Boats are really restricted because the water level is kind of low in Okeechobee right now, so they're restricted to certain routes.
Yeah,
and
don't be surprised if you're fishing in a spot and somebody pulls up right next to you and starts casting over your line.
Yeah, it's like Okeechobee. Like I said, I've never had any negative interactions on Okeechobee, and I've fished it a ton. Just the wintertime gets a little bit busier, and you have a lot of people jumping on the lines that you're planning on the fish, but they get out in front of you a couple 100 meters, kind of irritating, but just move on around them, and everything will be all right.
Yeah. Gibbons said there was 60 or 70 boats out at Harney Pond today.
I believe that.
Yeah. And I think he put up a picture out there that they were spraying out there again.
Yeah, and one more thing. I know driving down this morning, down through Georgia, South Carolina, and Okeechobee gets us foggy on some mornings. That time of year where it gets really foggy. So I think the last time I was on, I think it was the Monkey Box, myself, Chris Bailey, and Mitchell, I think, went out there, and it was like absolutely horrendous with the fog. Like you couldn't see 100 meters in front of you or 100 yards in front of you. So be careful with that. If it is foggy, it was foggy last night driving down. I could barely see as I was driving. Just be aware because those boats are up on you fairly quickly in the fog. Yeah. Especially around that Harney Pond area, Monkey Box.
He said there was 4 boats spraying out there. And Grandpa said that he was going to cast at me this year. So, Grandpa David Myers, we renamed him now. He's mad at me. I've been calling him that. So, yeah. All right.
But yeah, overall, I'm excited. Looking forward to seeing you guys at the post-tournament or at the ramp or the post-tournament Lake Up. So I'm excited. It's one of my favorite places to fish in the state.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. I'm excited about it. Looking forward to it. There's one other thing I want to mention that we've got up out on Tourney X now, in case if you missed the post or haven't heard. We put out a top 26 challenge for the 2026 year. So if you want to get in on that, you can register and then put up your top 26 fish for the year of 2026. And then we've got also eligible in that as a side pod is a 26-inch challenge. So that's kind of like a big bass, but it's going for a 26-incher. So
Wait,
I had a feeling somebody might get that.
we got our special guest in the background, Chris Mitchell.
Oh, I thought that was some paranormal that was going on back there, with the flashing lights and stuff. What's up, Mitchell?
Just chilling.
Any good tips for this weekend that we need to know?
I don't know. Okeechobee's always been bad to me, so I don't really have any good tips other than where you find one fish, there's got to be more because this place is like really hard to find them. So I don't know. That's my take.
Something I've heard once before, and I don't know how true this is, but it seems like it may be. Okeechobee is a big lake, but it fishes small.
Yeah, I agree. When you see a bunch of boats in one area, just get right in the mix with them. That's my tip.
Be like it was on Toho during the native power hour. Out there on Toho, there was about 100 boats right in one area, it seemed like, where Bailey was catching them all.
Yeah, and there's a good reason for it. So,
yeah.
And Bailey was right in the mix of them.
For sure. Well, like I said, I think we was going to make this short and sweet to make it there's not a whole lot to go over. Just wanted to make a good captain's meeting, run through all the main deals. So I don't really have anything else, we unless you do, Sean.
No. Safe travels to the tournament. Looking forward to seeing you guys out there, and good luck, tight lines.
Absolutely. Real quick rundown. Remember, 6:30 launch. Be sure to check in on Tourney X. Lines in at 7. Lines out at 3. Off the water check-in is by 3:30, and awards is at 4:30. The tournament ID release will go out at 7 p.m. tomorrow night, and the cutoff for registration is 11:59 tomorrow. Cutoff time for pre-fishing, Sean.
Oh, you caught me off guard. I believe it's 1800, correct?
Yeah. What is that in?
6 o'clock.
I was going to say, what is that in civilian time? 6 o'clock. That's what I thought. It's right at sundown, right when the sun goes down. So
if I told you the wrong answer, I'll post it. Make sure I'm not telling you the wrong answer.
Pre-fishing ends at 6 p.m. Eastern time.
All right. 7 a.m.
Don't listen to Mitchell. Yeah, 6 p.m.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've been on the road all day.
So there you go, Scott. Pre-fishing cutoff is at 6 p.m. tomorrow night. So I don't think anybody wants to be out on Okeechobee after dark in a kayak anyway. Wouldn't be wise.
Yeah, fair enough.
Especially with the warm weather, being cold and warming up. Might have some dinosaurs out there. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna cut this short and make it sweet. Unless you boys got anything else. I look forward to seeing everybody on Saturday. We're gonna have some good door prizes to give away. I'll have some shirts and a couple of hoodies, maybe a couple of hats if anybody is interested in those kind of things. If you want anything like that, just reach out to me and let me know if there's something special you might want. I can definitely get it in for you, get it made up for you if you need it. So, and even if it's not for FKBT, we can do anything personal for you as well. So be happy to get you fixed up there. Yes, Justin, I got your hoodies ready to go for you, buddy. Got them loaded up. So we're good to go. All right, everybody. Well, be safe out there. Let's go catch a big bag on Saturday. Let's try to break our record. I forget exactly what our largest record is, but let's see if we can get well over 100 this time.
I believe it's Daryl Harrelson with 107.
Yeah, it's pretty big. And then one other last thing before we leave. Be sure to put your name and that you've watched in the comments so that we know that you've watched this captain's meeting and you got an understanding of everything. If you have any questions about any of the rules, The rules are posted on our Facebook in the FKBT members page, the official page. Go in there, read the rules if you got any questions. And if you still have questions, feel free to reach out to me, Sean, Bailey. Any of us will be happy to help you out with those rules. And if you have any issues during the tournament, feel free to reach out to any of us. We'll be happy to help you out, see what we can do there. So anyway, let's go out. Let's have a good time Saturday. Be safe. Enjoy it. Let's have some good fellowship. See you all at the check-in as well. And I'm looking forward to it.
All right. Later.
Bye.
Good night, guys. See ya.